Welcome to the call today. This is Scott Pierce at Listings to Leads. And in today's daily coaching call, we're going to be talking about short form video and how powerful this is for your business and how Listings to Leads can really help you with it, with all the different scripts that we've got for you in your accounts. So we give you scripts every week for your listings. So all the way from coming soon through just sold. And again, you can do those scripts with your listings, but also the listings that you're going to borrow to market. Okay. Every week you need to be marketing a listing that is for sale, coming soon, just listed, active, or open house, yours or borrowed. Part of that would be a short form video. Next up, all those PDF guides. So all the different PDF guides have scripts as well. So again, every single week we are marketing a different PDF guide. We're alternating between buyer and seller guides. And so part of that is having a short form video script as well. So between the listings, the PDF guides, we've also got days of /local review scripts, which we'll get to in this call as well. And then actually some of the landing pages also have scripts, whether it is what is your home worth, 100-point home marketing plan, the listing presentation, the FSBO, the expireds. So some of the different landing pages also have different scripts. So one of the things we're going to talk about today, and we'll talk more about it later, but we have, I just referred to it, it's called local review scripts, but also a lot of the scripts that we do in this section called social, you can do it at local businesses. Okay. So a lot of the scripts that we have are really applicable for you getting in your local area, showing off your local area, becoming an expert in your local area. And so one of them here was, for example, one of the scripts recently was National Cabanera Day. So the different days, in fact, National Beverage Day is coming up next week. So think about, can't remember what day, we'll see it here in a few minutes, but next week is National Beverage Day. And so there's a script for it. And so you might record that script at a bar, at a cafe, at a pub, somewhere appropriate that has maybe a special beverage that you like a lot. It could even be a cafe, right? It could be a coffee. So one of the things I want you to think about, we'll talk more about this in a minute, but as you're doing these short form videos, and let's say you're going to do the one for National Beverage Day, go out to a cafe, record your video there, tag the cafe owner if it's a local owner, and you are going to get so much more exposure. You're going to get more engagement, more likes, more followers by tagging local businesses with your videos. And there's a lot of opportunity for that with Listings to Leads. So we'll get to that in a few minutes, but I want you to pay attention here where you might, let's say, for example, again, it's National Beverage Day. So you got the short form video script that I'll show you here in a few minutes. And again, if you go record it at a local place that's got a great beverage, look at their Instagram accounts and see which one has a bigger following, because that's what we want to leverage. Because if you record, let's say on National Beverage Day, and just to pick something easy, let's say you like Shirley Temples. That's your big drink. You love Shirley Temples. There's a few different places that have them in your local area. I would pick the one that's got the biggest following on social media and then record your video there. It could be out in front, it could be inside, and then make sure you tag them so that your video is seen by more of their followers, more of their fans. So right here, you got evaluate your local options, check them out on social media, record at the location, and then tag the business and business owner. And that will make a little bit more sense as we go through this here today. So again, we've got pre-written script for you to start using. And I want you to record them. Who here is not doing short form video yet? I'm sure there's a lot of you that are not doing this yet. Start recording them, even if you don't publish them, okay? Colin, thank you for admitting that. Colin says, I'm not yet. Kristen, not yet. Start recording these, even if think of it like a draft. To get to the point where you can record and publish, you got to record first. That makes sense. So there's no embarrassment recording if you don't publish it, right? There's nothing bad is going to happen. Nothing bad will happen if you do publish it. But I get to the point where people are a little bit apprehensive about it. But at least start trying to record these look at them, get comfortable. A lot of it's just getting comfortable looking at yourself, looking, talking a little bit extraneously off the cuff. You get my point? So just at least try and commit to recording them. So here we go. Record videos every day. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. The best videos are just you with a selfie stick or your phone and just recording in the field. You don't need a lot of green screens. You don't need special microphones. You don't need CapCut and editing it for 20 hours and getting everything perfect. You got to start just by doing it. Again, don't overthink it. Because literally in this next point right here is so critical, and this is so key. Your star power is your attitude, your content, and your confidence. It's not how you look. It's not how you sound. There are all sorts of crazy people out there that have massive followings because they just got a great person. They got a good personality, but you don't have to be a comedian. You don't have to be a movie star. You just have to be real. You have to be consistent, and you just have to have good confidence in what you're doing. And you're only going to get comfortable if you do it, right? You're literally only going to get comfortable just the more you do it. Couple of tips when you do these videos: cameras do suck energy. So if I were to sit here and talk to you as if we were having a conversation at a cafe and I just talked just like a normal conversational voice, you would get so bored listening to me that you'd probably turn off here in a few minutes. So notice how I'm going up and down a little bit. Sometimes I talk a little bit faster. I'm using my hands a little bit more than I normally would if we were just talking normally. So keep that in mind, that the cameras suck some energy out of you. And the other thing is make sure you're in a good mood, lively, you got some good energy flowing through you. Try to have some fun with it, because if you look like you're not having fun, or if you look like you're totally confused into what you're doing, people are going to just tune out and they're going to go off your post, and you'll never get what you want from it. All right. But that being said, don't try to be perfect in the beginning, because again, you're only going to get comfortable. You're only going to get good. You're only going to start getting followers if you start doing it. And it's going to take a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so, before you start getting traction, before you start getting comfortable with what you're doing. But stay with it, because if you don't get to the other side of that learning phase, you're not going to get to the point where, I'm telling you, when you start using our scripts and you start recording in the field, and you start using our local review and social scripts, and you start tagging local businesses, you're going to meet more people. You're going to get more followers. You're going to learn more about your area. People are going to think like you're just everywhere all the time. All right. And you're going to have a lot more fun doing it. I promise you. So here we're going to do, we're going to log into Listings to Leads. We're going to scroll down. There's a section right on the dashboard for short form video. We're going to download and print the checklist. I got that right here. Who would have thought we'd be looking at a piece of paper? Refer to the training as needed. I'll show you where that is. And just record, publish, and grow. Don't overthink it. So with that said, let's get into Listings to Leads. Go to listingstoleads.com, log in. You're going to land on the dashboard right here. And just before we even scroll all the way down, let me just show you here. If I go to market listing for any one of my listings here, I click the green market listing button. You're going to see we got the short form video script right here. And when you're looking at the script in your account, so the script part is the gray over here. The idea is you're going to send this to your phone. You'll open it up on your phone and record and publish. So to do that, click the green send button. So there's send, there's my email address. Maybe your assistant is in the account. Your assistant can send this to you. Click send. Go to your phone. Let me open up my phone. And here we go. So you can see, here's my script. And the same three buttons, the two greens and the blue, just like you see right here. The two green buttons are to a teleprompter app if you don't have one. A lot of it's free, so you should be able to use it for free. There's like a word, or there's like a limit on how many words you can use. I think most of our scripts are below that limit. But if you have to pay for it, it's like $12. And even if you feel like you don't want to pay for it, I'm going to recommend that you pay for it if you need to, just because hopefully that will motivate you to get your money's worth. and that you'll start recording, start publishing them. So the top green one is for iOS, Apple. Second one is for Google Play, Android. And then the blue button there. So now you got it on your phone, right? It's on your phone. If you need to, from your phone, you can click the blue button on your phone or the blue button right here, how to use the teleprompter app. Click the button right here on the video that comes up. I'm going to minimize it. And here you can see, or not minimize, I'm going to turn the sound off on the video. But you can see I've got my phone up right in the screen. So you can see my phone with the video script. And I walk you through how to put this in a teleprompter app, how to use a teleprompter app, and then how to publish that up to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You could also, when you record the video, you'll have an option of saving that video in a square or landscape format as well. So not only can you record it in the vertical for your short form videos, but you can also record it in a more kind of a standard Facebook post format as well. So you'll see how you can record the video once, save it, and then you can do a save as landscape, and then you can use it on Facebook as a post. But here's the thing, don't overcomplicate it. Don't overdo it in the beginning, right? Just record the video. Just get used to recording videos, record the video. And then, like I said, maybe in about a week from now, you're more comfortable, you're not stressing, you're not fumbling around, you're a little bit more even with it, then you can start publishing. And you don't have to be perfect. If you hiccup, if you that's great, right? You'll get better as you do it. But if you don't record them, you'll never get better. And if you don't publish them, you're never going to grow. So again, give yourself a week or two, and then let's get to it. So anyways, every listing has a short form video script, right? So all my active listings, I scroll down here, I got my pending and sold listings. So again, click market listing. This is a sold listing of mine. Scroll down to the script. Here's your script as right here as well. Right. So every week, right, we talked on Wednesday about marketing a pending or sold listing, ours or borrowed. Because if your audience doesn't hear from you about listings going into contract or listings getting sold, you're missing out on a massive opportunity to be communicating with your audience. So you've got to make sure you're marketing a pending or sold listing every single week. And we went through that on Wednesday. Here is the script for a sold listing. All the scripts are a little bit different depending on the actual status. So again, click send. Now for listings, I recommend go to the listing and record the video. Okay, so so let's say it's a sold listing. I would probably maybe record that video while the listing is pending, maybe after all the contingencies are removed, and we're going to sign all the documents tomorrow to close. I would try to record it like a day or two before the close of escrow, so that as soon as it closes escrow, I can get that video out the door. Obviously, I want to make sure I redo all of my pendings. Definitely make sure you do the pendings, because again, as I talked about the other day, that's the black box of real estate statuses. So get your pendings, get your solds, and there's really nothing saying you can't do more than one a week. So if you've got the opportunity and the ability to do more than one listing or more than one sold listing a week, do it. There's never, you'll be hard pressed to do too many videos for most of you. We're scrolling down. So we did for sale listings. We did the pending sold listings. Here you can see now I'm at PDF guides. All the PDF guides have a short form video script. So here this week, remember, we're doing how to buy a home in probate. Next week, we're going to do a seller guide. So if I click again, short form video script, here is my short form video script right here on the right. Again, I click send, get that to myself, drop it into the app, right, teleprompter app, and record it and get it out the door. And again, even for these PDF guides, I would record these at my listing as well, or out in the field somewhere. You know, if you want to use green screen and you're comfortable with, that's great. But again, you don't need to spend a lot of money on green screens, on lights, on this and that. Just get out into the field, and record your video. It's not that complicated. especially in the beginning, don't overcomplicate it. So we're back on the dashboard. So we did listings for sale, listings pending sold. We did the PDF guides. That's 3 already. Here we are now at the short form video script section. So this is what I call, or we call, social. And the idea here is, throughout the month, there are different days going on. So for example, May 4th is Star Wars Day. We all know that. May 5th is Cinco de Mayo. May 6th is National Beverage Day. The 7th is National Barrier Awareness Day. I think with handicapped people, right? Barriers to entry and access and things like that. May 8th is World Ovarian Cancer Day. On Thursday is Europe Day. May 10th is National Golf Day. So some of these are, albeit a little bit dry, right? Europe Day, Ovarian Cancer Day, maybe a little bit heavy. But between National Golf Day, I would record that at a golf course, even if you're not a golfer. Even if you hate golf, recording this script, let's open it up, at a local golf course, what? It'll help attract people that like to golf to you. Does that make sense? So even if I'm not a golfer, I can take the script, send it to myself, and then go to a local golf course, record the script, and then get that out the door and start attracting people who like to golf. And even if I'm not a golfer, it doesn't matter. I can still work with people that like to golf. I can still attract people to my tribe that like to golf. Even if I'm not a golfer, that's totally fine. And then if we back up a little bit here, National Beverage Day, again, I'm going to take that and I'm going to go record this at a cafe, at a pub, at a wine bar, maybe. You get my point, right? And so now let's take the idea of when I said, look up local businesses and record this at a local business. Marcellus, you there? I'm going to pick on somebody. So I want someone to walk through this with me. Marcellus, are you good?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So Marcellus, in your area, where are you from? Give me just your area.
Maryland.
So Marcellus is from Maryland. So Marcellus, and you can make it up if you want to, but tell me, like, there must be like a bar or a cafe or something that has a great drink that you're just like, man, you know what? There are some days when I just want to have that drink. And so I go there and I get it. Right. You got something like that for me?
That's a state fair.
Okay, awesome. So that's the place. There's a drink there that you like. So take this script, go over there, right? You might be outside. Maybe you've got it in your hand on the patio outside, and just record this video, because we're letting people would love to know that this day, May 6th, is National Beverage Day. Most people probably don't know that, but imagine you're at this cafe, bar, whatever it is, place where you got your drink. Hey, this is Marcellus and cheers. Today is National Beverage Day. And it's an amazing thing to think about how much beverages feature in our daily lives and celebrations. Just go through that and you can end up by saying, I'm over here at State Fair with my Shirley Temple or whatever it is. Would love to see you here. Let me know what your favorite beverage is or where you like to go, and tag that location. If it's a local business and the owner, even if you don't know, if you know who they are, tag the business, tag the owner, because what's really going to be cool is as you get better at doing this, you will start finding that the company could share your video, the owner could share your video. I've had people actually, I don't want to say interview the owner in these videos, but they'll do the videos with the owner or manager with them to even get more eyeballs on that. Does that make sense? How you can leverage these scripts in this section. So again, if I go back here, Star Wars Day, I bet there might be a local event that might be going on related to this. That could be fun to talk about. And even if not, this is still a great script to do. If you are into Star Wars and you got a helmet or you got a shirt or you got something, maybe you got a lightsaber, bring that into it. Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is not a celebration or holiday to drink margaritas, although a lot of people do, but it's actually about a battle over France and Mexico. But obviously a lot of people do go to a Mexican restaurant, or there might be a Cinco de Mayo festivity near you. How amazing would that be to record this video at a place like that? Really bring in the color and the culture of your area with these videos. That's what they're there for. Now, again, not all of them, right? World Ovarian Cancer Day, that's heavy. And you don't need to be compelled to do all of them. Some of these other ones here speak to you. These can be very powerful scripts as well. So we did that. We got National Barrier Awareness Day coming back to the next. So you'll see here, there's these where you can scroll back and forth. Again, we touched on National Golf Day. Again, Europe Day, that's a little dry, but it's just a spirit of unity and cooperation that defines Europe. So again, it's going to be interesting. And then next Sunday is Mother's Day. And you can see it just goes on and on. Apple Pie Day. Oh, that would be awesome. Apple Pie Day. That's going to be a classic. Is there a local bakery and do they have good apple pies? And here's the other thing. You don't need to wait until the day of to record this video. So I could record National Golf Day today and then just publish it on the 10th or maybe even the 9th. Same thing with National Beverage Day. Cinco de Mayo, you might want to wait. I don't know, maybe not. You could do that ahead of time. But again, the idea here is you don't have to sit there and wait for the actual day. Marcellus, you could go to your place today. You could record the video. Hey, and the little tip here, when people do TV shows and movies, they record it with the idea of it being watched in the future, typically. So with this, even though you might record it on May 2nd or May 3rd, you could still say, hey, it's Marcellus here. And I'm over at State Fair drinking today is National Beverage Day. And so even though Marcellus didn't record it on the 6th, he can record it on the 3rd, still talk about how today is National Beverage Day, because you're not going to publish it until the 6th. Does that make sense? So you don't need to feel compelled to record it on the day of. You can record it any day, but just refer to the day that you're going to publish it. So hopefully that made sense. Two other things here. One is there's a playbook, the checklist, playbook checklist. If you click on it, it will open up. And I already opened it up earlier, but here it is again. We got the QR codes that will scan to the training. But again, here you go, right? We got our active listings that we want to make sure we're doing every week. That's part of the Monday active listing marketing. Ours are borrowed. We got the pending sold. So every Wednesday, on the Wednesday call, we talk about pending sold. The PDF guides on Tuesdays, we talk about those. Here's 4 for different days on that calendar that we just looked at. So in that on the dashboard here, under this section, if you can get 4 done a week there, you're at 7 already. So that's 1 a week that you're good with. How amazing is that, right? Every week, every day of the week, you've got a short form video script. And the last one here is called local review. And this is really one of my favorites. So let's go back into listings to leads. And the link to the write-up today, and you'll also see that same link right here where it says view video. So I'm right in the dashboard on listings to leads. I scroll down to the section called short form video script. And right here it says view video. This is the write-up. And if you scroll down here, you'll see a lot of what we talked about today. So we talked about the listing videos. We talked about the PDF guides. We talked about social. Here's that video walking through how to do all of this. And the last one, and this is really one of my favorites, local reviews for restaurants, stores, parks, and more. So this video script, actually I spent a fair amount of time on this script to get a script that will literally work everywhere. And Cheryl or Christine or anybody else, could be anybody, give me a name of a place in your local area and what is it? So for example, John's Motors, and it's an auto mechanic. So someone give me something like that, and I'm literally going to, off the cuff, roll through this script right here to show you how easy this is, because this script can really help start launching your brand on social media, because the intent of this script is for you to tag the business that you're at, right? So you to really start leveraging the social media audiences of local businesses in your area. So somebody give me something in the chat. So So Amore Italian. Oh, that's an easy one. Is that a restaurant? That's an Italian restaurant, I assume. Okay. And just real quickly, in this video here below, I roll through 5 or 6 different examples of this script. I did a auto mechanic. I did a park, right? A regular park that you would go to. So you can literally use the script everywhere. So let's go through. Cheryl says Amore Italian is a restaurant. So I might say, hey, everyone, Cheryl here at Amore Italian. And if you like spaghetti, you got to come to Amore Italian and let me know what you think about their spaghetti here, because it is absolutely amazing. I ordered it. It came out piping hot. It's got the 3 big meatballs on it with the beautiful fresh Parmesan cheese. And the way they serve it is absolutely amazing. So where do you like to go for your spaghetti? Comment below. I want to hear what you like, what spaghetti that you like. And if you've been to Amore Italian, let me know what your favorite dish is. And if you like the spaghetti, let me know that as well. That's the video, right? Paraphrasing off of this, I'm going to record it. I think the best way would be if they've got like a little patio and you're outside and you're eating it, like you don't have your mouth yet all stained with spaghetti sauce, but it's been served and it's sitting there, and you record the video before you launch into the spaghetti. Even if you don't go to have the spaghetti, you could go to the restaurant. Maybe you're outside the restaurant's behind you. Maybe they can see the sign, and you just record outside at the restaurant before you go in, or you don't even have to go in. You don't have to go eat the spaghetti to record the video. So you can see how this can work at a park, an auto mechanic, a cafe, a dentist office. In fact, in the video below here, actually, I think I roll through a dental office as well. Hey, this is Scott Pierce over at Holt Orthodontics. And if you need braces or if you're looking for a good dentist, Holt Orthodontics is absolutely amazing. I've been with them for 7 years. Dr. Holt, he's a specialist in orthodontics for adults. Absolutely fantastic. If you're an adult and what kind of orthodontist do you like, or you get the idea, right? Even if something is weird as an orthodontist, you could use a script with. It's that easy. Listings, PDF guides, the social section on the dashboard, and then this script right here called local reviews. You are going to be a rock star in your area. You're going to be the mayor of your area. Your social media audience is going to absolutely explode once you start doing it with consistency. Tag the owners, tag the business, have fun with it. Don't get stiff. Remember what I said earlier about you got to bring energy to this, because the camera literally sucks energy from you. It just, like I said, if you try to talk on camera like you would a friend as you're driving down the road or whatever it is that you're doing, it's going to come across so flat that you're just not going to keep the audience that you want to, right? So bring, like I said, try to be at like 120% without being too saccharine, and have fun with it. So with that, any questions on anything related to the short form video scripts? And I'll take a few. Do you need permission from the owner? No. No. So for example, Cheryl, so here's how I am, right? So let's say it's a cafe, and let's say, what's that one called? There's one, it doesn't matter, but World Traveler. So that's a cafe near me. And let's say National Beverage Day, they got these rose lattes or something. That's not my favorite, but it's a kind of an interesting drink. So they got rose lattes. So National Beverage Day, I'm going to go on, it's May 6th. So on May 5th, on Sunday, I'm going to go to World Traveler. It's a cafe, with the intent of recording the video. And I know who the manager is. We've talked and said hi a few times a little bit right there. So I might walk in on May 5th and go, or even May 4th on Saturday when I think they might be there. I can even do it today. I can do it today on May 3rd, go to the cafe and say, what's the guy's name? He's from El Salvador, the Jose, whatever. It doesn't matter what his name is. So I might go today and say, hey, Jose, you know what? On Monday, it's National Beverage Day, and I'd love to do a quick video here to let everybody know about the fact that it is National Beverage Day. One of my favorite drinks is your rose latte. It's absolutely awesome. Would you like to be in the video with me? I'd love to have you with me while I do this video. And of course, he's going to go, yeah, I'd love to be in the video. right? Why wouldn't he want to be in the video that I'm going to do to my audience? And I would say that I want to put this out to my audience. Now, if I only got 75 people in my audience, it doesn't matter. Hopefully, World Traveler, I'm pretty sure they got a good following. I'm pretty sure the World Traveler got quite a few people. When I record that video and I'm talking about World Traveler, I tag World Traveler, I tag Jose, right? I'm going to get so much more visibility and I'm going to get some engagement and I'm going to start getting some followers from that. Now, it may not happen the first video because people may go to your page and they may see it's not very well filled out. There's not a lot there yet. You just got to keep doing it, right? You got to build up the content library on your social media platform of your choice, whichever one it's going to be. You can do multiple if you want to, but you just got to keep doing this. You got to be consistent. You got to keep getting better. So do you see how, like I said, and you can do that same idea with Cinco de Mayo, right? So obviously I'm going to go to a Mexican restaurant or cafe or pub there. On National Golf Day, I'm going to go to a golf course. International Nurses Day, that I could go to maybe an urgent care clinic. Now, again, that's a little bit dry, but I'm telling you what, when somebody needs an urgent care clinic, they're going to need to know where to go. So even though it could seem a little dry, it can still be very powerful. And then obviously Apple Pie Day, right? Is there a local bakery in your area, a local restaurant that has great apple pie? I would do that there. Buttermilk Biscuit Day. Is there a Bob Evans near you? If there's a Bob Evans, you got that one covered. But there again, there might be a local area or local restaurant there, but you get the idea. Not every day for social you can do this with, but when you click view video here and you go down to the local review, man, you can do unlimited here. And so again, if you look at the checklist, the playbook, try to do 3 a week. If you can do 3 a week where you can tag at least the business in each one of them, man, you're gonna start growing. You're gonna start growing. With that, I am done. Let me see any questions here. Can you show us how to use the video as a image? Yeah. So Chris, so I think what Chris is saying, let's say I do a short form. And so Chris, here is a great use case. Next week, we're going to be doing, let me see if I can go to the calendar. Give me a second here. Let me bring up the calendar for next week. And again, we are building this into the accounts. It's just not done yet. I'm trying to get to the recent media. Let's see. April, no, I'm looking for the May calendar. But let's just say next week, how to increase your home value. Let's just say that's the guide for next week. Let's go to PDF guides. And so, Chris, I'm going to answer your question. So the question I'm answering is, can I use a short form video script to record a video and then use that in an ad? And I'm going to show you how to use custom audiences for $1 a day using a video that you'll record using the short form video script. So with that said, okay, let's just select this one. How to sell your home in a changing market. Here's a short form video script, right? And never feel compelled to go word for word. You're not, no one's expected to really go word for word with this. You're going to put it in your own words. There's phrases that I might put in here that you're not comfortable with. So you might reframe it a different way. Totally fine. It's got to be your words. You got to feel it. So don't force something here, but at least get most of the idea across. So I record this video. All right. So now I've recorded it. I saved, the default saving will be in vertical, but you will see in the video that I show you, and it's obvious, right? I can do save as, and then the option will come up vertical, square, or landscape. So I would select either square or landscape if I want to use this video in an ad or a post. So record the video and then come back to market. And we got Facebook and Instagram ad. So I'm going to select that. Lead ads, traffic, or video views. So here we go. Video views, create ad. Now, this is the video that will play by default, but just click change. Here we go. Change video, the blue button right here. Upload the video that you just recorded. I'm going to go to retarget current leads. I'm going to do my plus leads audience, right? We talked the other day about custom audiences. I talked about that you can buy a list of all the homeowners in the area, My Plus Leads, Redx, Remind. There's other vendors out there for this. So I got that audience. And then I got my database. And check this out. Default lifetime 50, daily. Now, $1 a day might be a little bit low, but this is like a great percolating kind of a thing where don't try to think about doing this right now. I could have 3 or 4 different video ads running $1 a day to my audiences, right? My Plus Leads audience, my database audience, and just staying in front of them with different kind of messaging. So $1 a day using the short form video script video, uploading it into Listings to Leads to my custom audience. Wow. How awesome is that going to be? And again, I could do the 100% home marketing plan video that way. I could do this one that way. I could do the iBuyer cash buyer this way, right? And I could imagine all of those ads, right, at $1 a day, just percolating around to all the homeowners and my entire database, right? Does that make sense? Chris, does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Yeah, new construction. No, new construction, that's a buyer ad. So I'm not going to go after a custom audience with that one, but you can still use obviously the video in the ad the way I showed. Is there a script when these? Yeah, check your emails. So when you get an email with the lead notification, usually in that email, there is a sample script that you can use. So check the email. If you don't see it, email me, forward me the lead notification email that you got that doesn't have a script with it. But I'm pretty sure most of them do. Awesome. Yeah, I try to put them actually in the email so that they get the lead, and right before they call the lead back, it says like script. I can't remember how it's phrased exactly, but I think you should see it right there. Let me go back. I'm trying to see it. I love doing business features at PlayStart. Yeah, Christine, exactly right. And so these scripts can give you at least a starting point. And again, even the scripts for social, National Beverage Day, Apple Pie Day, Cinco de Mayo, again, don't feel compelled to be word for word, but use that as like your outline to make sure that you've got a great video to publish. Can you show us how to, oh, I already answered that question. Good. Perfect. If there's no other questions on short form video, any questions about FSBO yesterday, about pending or sold, about PDF guides, about borrowing a listing, about marketing a listing? So anything, because here's the point, people, I am not here to, not have you get this stuff done. The reason I'm here doing these videos is I'm hoping that you're actually getting stuff done a little bit easier. And so again, to that point, I would absolutely love any feedback you have for me, how to do this better. Again, I've never done a Zoom call before like this in a training environment. We've never done a coaching model, a group coaching, albeit. But again, any feedback you have for me, I would absolutely love to get it. And I'll take it to heart because I plan on doing this going forward. And I definitely want to get better and provide more value to all of you that are with me here. So anything else for me? Pat, good to see you again. I love seeing everybody doing those go-to webinars or whatever. And I never see who's on the call. I can't see your beautiful faces. So it is actually really nice to see all your faces. Again, thank you for joining me. So
I have
again,
a
anything
quick
else?
thing. Yes, a quick thing. This is Pat. So I was thinking about that for sale by owner because I've always enjoyed working with the for sale by owners. But instead of just giving them something, I would almost like to get something back from them. And I was thinking about when I provide them some of these tools, the flyers and so forth, because I don't want to give them too much. I want them to still want to call us.
Yep.
So I'm looking at the flyers and some of these other printed material, but I will also want to include a list that they can write down who inquires, because not every person who inquires or not every buyer that sees them will be a fit for their house. But I would like that list. So, Mr. Seller, what do I get out of it? I get whoever doesn't want your house. Hopefully you can share their names with me, and then I can maybe contact them and show them something else.
You know what? I think that's a great idea. I'll tell you, here's maybe one more thing.
Mhm.
And I just thought of this off the top of my head, and I think it's going to be case by case, obviously, because FSBO homeowners they can be very crotchety and curmudgeon-y type of people, so they can be difficult to work with. But what about the idea of you saying, hey, you know what? You're going to have people coming through, they're going to see your house, they're going to, and most of them will not have a lender. Can I connect you with my lender to provide you a rate sheet, for example? And again, you're not the one getting the loan, it's the buyer, but at least you can have something to share with buyers that don't have a lender to help them make an offer on your home a lot easier, right? Because if they don't have a lender, they don't have all that set up, they're not gonna be able to make an offer on your home. So we can get all that set up, and then that way, again, that's another tie-in between you and them as well.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, yeah. And I love your idea. I'm just trying to think, like, so I'm talking to a FSBO homeowner. I'm going to offer them all the tools. I think I would, until you actually do it, you're not going to know how it flows. I would probably save can I get a list of people that don't buy your home until after they accept the tools from me and they're happy with them.
Yes.
So I would see it, because I don't want to introduce oh, that's what you want part of it. You know what I mean? So that's why when I approach them, I say, I'm a local real estate agent in Folsom, California, and this is just a service I provide local homeowners. So I'm not going to say it's nothing special, but I want to convey to them, this is a service, this is a value add, and it's for you. But I don't want them to feel so I'm breaking my back to serve them that there must be some ulterior motive. You know what I mean? So I want to be like this. Oh, this is easy. In fact, you know what? And like I said the other day, most of them are going to say no, because they're going to feel that there's some sort of obligation with it. And that's where you come through with the draft. Oh, I'll tell you what, would you like a draft version of these tools? And that way you can see what they look like before you say yes or no to them. And like I said, like 80 to 90% of the people will go, you know what, that's totally fine. Send me the draft. That'd be great. And then, right, you send the draft. Most of the time they're going to like it. They're going to say, hey, these look great. Thank you so much. And they're going to know by this time they've talked to you probably once or twice. So they know you're not doing the backdoor move on them where it's like, oh, by the way, I'm really going to list it. And I just didn't tell you that. I was going to make you sign the 90-day listing agreement to get these tools. You know what I mean? There would be some agents that would literally do that. They would do that. And so I think if you can have one or two conversations first, they love the tools. And then you can say, and by the way, if you need any help with these buyers, after you have your first meeting with them, let me know who they are, and I can have whatever, Pat, you get the idea. And I would love to hear back from you in a few weeks, how that flows with you, because I think you're onto something there. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Are we good to go? I cannot wait. And post your short form videos into the mastermind group if you want. I will go like them. I'll have other people go like them as well. Don't overthink it, right? Don't overcomplicate it. Short form videos are free. You've already got the phone. All you got to do is get out into the field, start doing it. And maybe if you want, just go to your favorite place and record. Use that local review script. Go to your favorite place. Go with your significant other, maybe who's a little bit more camera friendly than you are. Maybe they're more comfortable on the camera, and do it with somebody, but just start doing it. Because again, until you start recording, you'll never publish. Until you publish, you'll never grow. So we got to get you from nothing to recording to publishing to growing, and it will happen. So with that, everybody, have an awesome weekend. I'll be around a little bit later in the mastermind group. So if you got anything for me, ping me there. Pat, are you good?
Yes.
Awesome. Marcellus, you good? Christine? Everybody else?
Have a great weekend.
Super. Thank you. And again, if anyone's got any feedback for me, hit me up. I would love to hear it, good or bad. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.